Namaste.
Atma Namaste. So, what's yesterday's homework? Can anyone reiterate? Can you hear me? This means you have not done yesterday's homework. Okay, so let us focus on today's class. Yes, Nidhi ma'am, thank you. How many of you could do this? Anyone with one persistent problem you picked and put some thought into it, put some emotion, or release that emotion around it and released it? No? Okay. Maybe today's class will help you do it. Now let us understand today's class. Kriyamana karma. How do we generate a karma that can negate the prarabdha or counter the prarabdha and fine tune your agami so that life is favorable for you or events of your lives are favorable for you. That is the only power we have. We cannot change Sanchita because that is there, which is already done. Anything that you have done in the past is Sanchita. Even sitting in this class and listening to this is also a part of your Sanchita karma. Okay, what you have learned till yesterday is a part of Sanchita karma. Whatever that you have heard till the last second is a Sanchita karma. You have accumulated that. Prarabdha is what you get out of it. Whatever good you have earned, whatever great you have learned, how will that be applied is in your prarabdha. But only when you apply, or for you to apply whatever good you have learned, what do you need? Manaha, buddhi, chitta and ahankara. Four should be aligned.
Atma Namaste, sir.
Atma Namaste. Right? So, lot of times what happens is we all have the good karma generated by being good, being nice, doing the right thing, going to temple, doing some dana, dakshina, dharma, seva. You do all of it, but why is it not reflecting in your day-to-day life? Or why is it not giving you the impact that it should impact you? Everybody has this thing, no? I did not do anything wrong. I did all the good things only. I did everything that you asked me to do, but why am I not getting the result? Because whatever good you did, the manas, buddhi, chitta and ankara needed some fine tuning. Exactly, they lacked alignment. Now alignment in what? Or alignment with what? This is the question. So yesterday we spoke about manasa, in mind, in thought field. So whenever you felt like asking, how much good should I do, or what happened to all the good I did, which is not translating into the favorable outcome that I'm looking for. The moment you have this question in your mind, the moment you got this question in your mind, that means you had a phala apeksha, right? You are expecting that the good you did in the past is or should be coming into fruition. Yes, no, maybe. How many of you remember this? Baba, gatam gatam, gatam gataha. That means what happened in the past? It happened. You cannot change. There's nothing in your hands or power. So we are just saying gatam gataha or gatam gatam for bad things. Do it for good things also. That means when you don't have phalapeksha, that is how you are dissociating from the act of your past. This is very important for you to understand. Why? As long as you have got phalapeksha in your manas, in your mind, there is a narrative that I am doing all the good for some action, for some degree of expectation. When you do something out of expectation, usually it is that the expectations hurt. Why? Your expectations coming from premise of your belief that it might not happen, but I still want it to happen. Right? Expectation is coming from that space. So whatever or whenever you say I expected this from you, or I did not expect this from you, or I did not expect this from life or God or some XYZ, the moment you bring the word expectation, it is coming from a space that you know it's not going to happen. But you still wanted it to happen. Subtly. That is its plane. From there it started. Because a part of you is still looking out for that, all that you did not want it to happen, or you never wanted to happen, or whatever you wanted to happen, still had that phala apeksha. Now, why phala apeksha is bad? Actual phala apeksha is not bad, but dependence on phala apeksha is wrong. Why? We all are sitting in the class to manifest our goals, manifest our desires. You wanted to learn the manifestation, and now you say don't expect. What, sir? How are they both aligned? So, phala apeksha means having a dependency on the outcome for certain kind of feeling, for certain kind of experience, which you think you will not get it otherwise. Right? When you believe that only that activity will give you this kind of experience, and that experience is dependent on an emotion, or is that experience is only needed for you to get some kind of emotional fulfillment, then it is creating that kind of restlessness inside you when things are not happening.
ఒకసారి రిపీట్ చేయ తెలుగులో ప్లీజ్.
ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఒక రకమైనటువంటి తృప్తి కావాలి లైఫ్లో. ఆ తృప్తి నాకు ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది అంటే ఈ పని అయితే నాకు తృప్తి వస్తుంది అనేటువంటిది అనుకున్నాము. అంటే నా తృప్తి అంతా కూడా ఈ పని అవటం మీద పెట్టుకున్నా. అంటే ఏంటి, నాకు తృప్తి కోసంగా ఇది కావాలి, తృప్తి కోసం తృప్తి అవసరం లేదు, అవునా? అంతేనా? అలా కాదు. బట్
It's like postponing our happiness for later day when something happens. ఇల్లు కడితే నేను అక్కడ హ్యాపీగా ఉంటాను. సో ఇల్లు కట్టేదాకా లైఫ్లో ఎన్ని వచ్చినా that is not something that can make us happy because we are dependent on only building the house to be happy.
యా, అండ్ ఆల్సో వన్ మోర్ థింగ్, ఇల్లు కడితే వచ్చే సంతోషము ఇల్లు కడితేనే వస్తుంది. అంటే ఇల్లు కట్టడం మీద ఉంది ఇంపార్టెన్స్, నాట్ ఆన్ ది సంతోషం. సంతోషం కెన్ హ్యాపెన్ విత్ ఎనీథింగ్. ఐఎమ్ డ్రింకింగ్ దిస్ కాఫీ, ఐ కెన్ బీ హ్యాపీ. ఇదే హ్యాపీనెస్ నాకు ఇల్లు కట్టినా రావాలి, కాఫీ తాగిన అదే హ్యాపీనెస్ రావాలి. హ్యాపీనెస్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, నాట్ ది యాక్టివిటీ. మనమేమంటాము, ఇవన్నీ కూడా పనికి వాళ్ళు చెప్పుకునే పనులు, నేను చాలా ప్రొడక్టివ్ పర్సన్, ఇఫ్ ఐ బికాజ్ ఐమ్ వెరీ ప్రొడక్టివ్ పర్సన్, ఐఎమ్ వెరీ గోల్ ఓరియంటెడ్, ఫోకస్ ఓరియంటెడ్ పర్సన్, ఐ విల్ ఓన్లీ బీ హ్యాపీ ఆర్ మై హ్యాపీనెస్ when I do these big things or these great things, I will get it, or else I will not get it otherwise. If this is the programming that is set in your mind, definitely you feel unfulfilled all your life, right?
I can't be settled with small things.
So you always want something great, something big, something significant only defines your happiness. You cannot be happy for small things. And if someone is very happy for small things, you say he's an alpa santoshi. I am very this, I am very that, I am educated, I have master degree, I have got a PhD, I worked in the US, okay, I am the CEO, I am the VP. When these labels are consuming you, that's when your ego needs big things to make you feel happy, and these people are always miserable. Exactly. Your happiness by drinking this coffee which is costing me 5 rupees or 8 rupees is very much equivalent for me to build a 10 crore mansion. If I build a 10 crore mansion, what will happen after that? I'll live in the same room, no. I'll have a better cushioning seat, I've got air conditioning. When I close my eyes, I don't see anything. Only thing that I can feel on my skin for some time. What are we craving for? If you cannot enjoy this 8 rupees coffee, you cannot enjoy 10 crores mansion. That is mind, manasa. And I can be only happy when I build that 8 crores or 10 crores of mansion. That is vacha, that's the communication that you're giving. Happiness is an inner state. What happens? Why do you want to manifest what you wanted to manifest? Yes. Why do you want to manifest what you want to manifest? Is the thrill or is the trupti, is the happiness that you get after you manifest it, right? Or is there any other reason? Why do you want to manifest what you want to manifest?
సార్ కాఫీ తాగేది సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ మనకు ఫీల్ సార్. కాఫీ తాగితే హ్యాపీనెస్, ఇల్లు కడితే మనకు సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ లేదు సార్.
అది మనం చెప్పుకున్న డెఫినేషన్స్. ఇల్లు కట్టుకున్న తర్వాత కూడా అదే కాఫీ తాగుతాం కదా. అద్దింట్లో ఉన్న అదే 8 రూపీస్ కాఫీ, సొంత ఇంట్లోనే అదే 8 రూపీస్ కాఫీ. లేదు, నేను అది లక్కు కాఫీ అనేది ఉందన్నమాట, అదేంటది వరల్డ్స్ కాస్ట్లీయెస్ట్ కాఫీ, అది తాగుతాం మనం. అది కూడా ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చిందంటే ఒక జంతువు ఏదో తినేసేసి దాని ఎక్స్క్రీటాలో దొరుకుతున్నట్టు కాఫీ బీన్స్, దాంతో చేస్తారు, ఇంకేం దొరకనట్టు. ఓకే, 1 kg ఈజ్ అరౌండ్ 8,000 ఎంత ఉంటుంది. దే డ్రింకింగ్ షిట్ కాఫీ. ఒక్కొక్క కప్పు మనకి 300 రూపీస్ అవుతుంది అనుకో, పోనీ 300 రూపీస్ కాఫీ తాగుతున్నాము. తాగేది కాఫీ, నాలుక అదేగా, నాలుక మారుతుందా? Again, this is not a class, this is not a thing that I'm trying to tell you to don't have desires. Be satisfied with every desire fulfillment equally. Do not bifurcate, because satisfaction is an inner state. If you cannot be satisfied with what you have, you can never be satisfied with whatever you're aspiring to have. That is the reason, lot of times, even though you get what you get, you're not really happy. You feel something, ఇంకా ఏదో కావాలి, అంతకు మించి, అంతకు మించి, right? That is the communication that we have. We are communicating to ourselves like this. I'll tell you one thing, my personal story. When I got my first job, they said they'll pay me 12,500 rupees. అన్ని కట్టింగ్స్ అన్ని పోగా దే గేమ్ 6,700 rupees. And I'm traveling from BDL, which is Shankarpalli, to Nacharam, two ends of the city. మార్నింగ్ 6కి వెళ్తే లాస్ట్ బస్ 10:30కి ఎక్కే, సారీ 12 o'clock ఎక్కి ఇంటికి వెళ్ళేవాడిని. ఐ యూస్ టు రీచ్ హోమ్ బై 12:30 or 12:30, 12:40 in the night. Again morning 6 o'clock I have to start from the house. I'm working how many hours? 18 hours, right? Literally from the time I start to my home, I came back home for how many rupees? 6,700 rupees. I thought, okay, money is not my thing. I'm working in a different industry, that is supply chain management. So I thought, okay, fine. I said, దేవుడా ఒక 10,000 ఇవ్వు చాలు. Correct, Gayatri ma'am. So when I thought if I get 10,000, I'll be happy. I don't know, because I learned the book Secret back then. I know that book. So I got next salary as 12,000 directly. Oh my God, more than what I asked for. Was I happy? No. I said, okay, 15,000 would be happy. I got 16,000 as next salary. Not happy there also. 20, life set. 22 I got. Not happy. 50,000, middle class. Not happy. 1 lakh. Not happy. Everybody thinks, every middle class feels, if I get 1 lakh salary, over, I'm good. I got 1 lakh, I was not happy with money. I'm not getting that. Then I thought, okay, when Laksha is not giving me happy, 10 lakhs will give me that happiness or what? No. So, honestly saying, when I was earning 6,700 rupees, I was in better peace. Because I settled myself with this, okay, this is my standard. Exactly. It's like a bottomless bucket. No matter how much you fill it, it is still going to feel empty. So this thought process, when you correct it, then your communication will start to change. When you start to communicate, your thought process will also change. They're interconnected. That is vacha. Vacha is not what you say to outside world, but what you say to yourself is also vacha. And when someone says something to you, how do you take it to yourself is also vacha. How many of you have seen this? People who are deaf, they become mute also. Basically, they don't have any vocal cords, so they can speak. But because they're deaf, they don't know what to speak because they could not hear. Hence, they're mute. You know this? You heard this? Right. So now, if you are paying deaf ears to the negativity, then you don't speak negative. Now, negativity, like Gayatri ma'am said, we are in the peer pressure, socio-economic pressure. How did it start? Deeper inner self-sufficiency. Yes, absolutely. So now when someone says something wrong, for example, Soumya ma'am just put a message here that one astrologer said you will not have happiness or happiness will not stay in your life. Okay, deaf ear, cut, erase, delete. Why? If I wanted to be happy, I can choose to be happy. No. What will planets do when you choose to be happy? నీ కర్మ అనుభవించు. They do it for good and bad both. If you surrender to the planet's positioning and align to it, exactly, they are not villains. See, I'll tell you one thing: horoscopes, planets, or the bhutas, all the or Pitru they are not villains. They are your biggest supporters. But they can only support you when you are in right space, no? For example, you have a knife. You have got the sharp end and the blunt end, right? You are trying to cut the fruit from the blunt end and you are cursing the knife. Isn't it a reality for most of us? You have the tool, but you don't know how to use it. The tool that we all have is healing or this knowledge. But why are we not able to use it? You don't know how to use it. Now use it with whatever I've told you. In the mind, okay, something is not happening, okay, it is not the time for it to happen, hence it is not happening. Over. Why blaming planets? Why blaming the enemies? Why blaming anybody and everybody? That is the communication that you're giving. Now you're shifting the blame, shifting the responsibility, shifting the accountability. You can shift it to feel better, but how long would you like to be there? But the reality is your choice to feel in a certain way is making you do it, no? So when will your choice get that power? By till now, what is getting the power? Your planets, your enemies, your ancestors, your parents, your soul, God, పక్కింటి కుక్క ఎదురింటి పిల్లి, right? When are you getting that? When is you or your choices or your free will is getting that power? Yes, పూజ చేసుకున్నా చేసుకోమని టైం పడుతుంది. ఐ టెల్ యూ వన్ థింగ్. దేర్ ఇస్ వన్స్ సేయింగ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు, జలుబుకి మందు వేసుకుంటే వారం, వేసుకోకపోతే 7 రోజులు అని చెప్పంటారు తగ్గడానికి. విచ్ మీన్స్ ఫర్ కోల్డ్, if you take a medicine it takes a week to be cured. If you don't take a medicine it takes 7 days to cure. Which means you take or not, 7 days it takes. Why? Because cold is an immunity driver. Your body will naturally bring the elements to suppress the cold. So you take a medicine or not, it takes 7 days because your body needs 7 days for it to generate the antigens, say antibodies to work with the antigens. And these days people say cold is viral. No, cold is not viral. There is no virus in the world. Virus is synthetically created. Right? So that is by nature few things will take certain time. If you're not patient, that means what? Your narrative starts. It's not happening. Why is it not happening? ఎందుకు అవ్వట్లేదు? How long will it take? Will it even happen? Will it ever happen? Why this narration happening? Why are you not taking control of these thoughts? Shut up. I release this thought. I discharge this emotion. I am replacing with positive emotion. I am feeling good about it. Do it instead of అయ్యో when will it happen, నా రాతలో ఉందా, నా కర్మలో ఉందా, ఎప్పుడు అవుతుందా లేదా, why will it happen, when will it happen, is it really destined in my life or not, मैं नसीब में है कि नहीं, होगा कि नहीं, मुझे पता था ये नहीं होगा, मुझे पता ही था, నా బుద్ధితో కొద్దిగా కోరుకోవటం, నో ఇట్స్ మై మిస్టేక్ టు బిలీవ్ ఇన్ యూ, ఏం పాపం చేసుకున్నాను ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాను, ఐ షుడ్ నెవర్ హ్యావ్ బిలీవ్డ్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ది ఫస్ట్ ప్లేస్. ఆల్ దిస్ నాన్సెన్స్ నెరేటివ్ విల్ స్టార్ట్, రైట్? Mm. Yeah. So most of us get into this. How many of you said this? నేను చెప్పి తప్పు చేశా, నేను అనుకున్నాను చూడు అది నా బుద్ధి తక్కువ. How many of you did this or said this at least once in a life? I should not have trusted you only. It's my mistake that I trusted you, or I believed in you, or I did this. Right? It is very common. That means basically you never believed in it in the first place. You are expecting things to change to start the belief, right? You believed, take accountability. Why should you say again, నేను నమ్మి తప్పు చేశా, I should not have trusted you at all, I should not have built this trust with you. Why this narration, why this talk? Or why did you not take control of your thoughts from there? Correct. And most of times, I would like to give it a try. Why can't you just do it? Why do you want to give it a try? You're not even trying, you want to give it a try. Trying itself is useless, is pointless, baseless. But again, you want to give it a try. This worst English lingo is troubling the brain. I'll tell you why words are very important, why speech is very important. Sanskritam. Sanskritam is a language that is affirmative and assertive. It doesn't have any negations. So what you hear is what you talk. What you talk is what you remember, or what goes into your brain, because you hear what you talk also, no? So that is going to imprint in your brain. But if you have your language that is fully filled with negations, doubts, possibilities and probabilities, not assertive, not affirmative, subconscious mind of you cannot process all of that. It will only sense one thing. Are you sure? Are you not sure? Simple. Are you pregnant or not pregnant? That's it. 60% pregnant, 70% pregnant, subconscious को नहीं होता. Right? Do it, not do it. I will try. I am not sure. Why are you not sure? If you're not sure, say no. Build this assertiveness. And Sanskritam is a language, when people used to speak back then, everything is in here and now. No mantram will say this should happen tomorrow. It says it's happening now. For example, if you go to any temple, if the pujari or pandit is giving you the tirtham, what they say? Akala mrityu haranam sarva vyadhi nivaranam samasta papa kshayakaram Sri Parameshwar padodakam pavanam parvam shubham. It is saying Akala mrityu haranam. That means what? Untimely death is gone. Sarva vyadhi nivaranam. That is all your possibilities for you to get sick or get ill is gone. All the samasta papa kshayakaram, all the papas, all the sins that you have done, that means all the past memories and residual of negativity is gone the moment you take this. Hence it works. Not because when you take it, maybe it should be working in next 1 week, 10 days. Does it sound like that? Any mantra you read, if you understand Sanskrit in colloquial language, there is nowhere you see it to be a very futuristic, or it doesn't talk about past or future. It doesn't talk about the probability, it doesn't talk about the possibility. It just focus on happening here and now. That is the reason. Sharp kar do ho jayega. Only in Hindu culture, in Sanatana Dharma, Rishis could put shapam to the gods, right? Why? Gods are not ultimate. Even gods are also subjected to what? The affirmations. Mantram is what? Affirmation only. Assertive, affirmative tone is your speech, is your vacha. Now, whatever you speak, Whatever you type, ensure it is assertive and affirmative. డోంట్ సే. చాలా మందికి ఇది ఉంటుంది క్యాజువలీ. అంతే కదా, అంతే కదా అంటే ఏంటి? యూ హ్యావ్ యాక్సెప్టెడ్ ఇట్. నో, వెన్ యూ యాక్సెప్టెడ్ ఇట్, లివ్ విత్ ఇట్. నౌ వెన్ యూ లుక్ ఎట్ యువర్ లాంగ్వేజ్, హౌ డూ యూ పర్సీవ్ ఎనీథింగ్? వెన్ యూ సే ఓకే, అదంతే ఉంటుంది. వెన్ యూ సే దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోన్ బి, యూ హ్యావ్ డిక్లేర్డ్ ఇట్, యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీథింగ్ అదర్వైజ్. Right? You have wonderful reasons. You have got 100,000 reasons that support your argument. But my question is any of the argument good enough, sufficient enough, valid enough to make changes in your life, or to make your condition sustained? This is very important for you to understand. So when I'm talking about Vachaha, your speech should be very clear, it should be affirmative and assertive. And it should come from the right manas. When you say, I wanted to be positive, why should you want to be positive? Be positive, no. You say, I want to trust. Why you want to trust? Can't you trust? You are connected with your past failures only. How long you wanted to be associated with your past failures, though it's, when you know it's unproductive, or it is counterproductive, or it is not aligning with it. So this English language, no, the people are glorifying this language and lingo. I really wanted to trust it. I wish I could trust it. Don't trust, suffer in silence. Don't create any drama. Suffer in silence.
అసలు మనం మాట్లాడే మాటల్లోనే అంత అనుమానం ఉంటే ఆ పని ఎప్పటికీ అవుతుంది అసలు?
Exactly.
అవుతుందనే మనకు నమ్మకమే లేదు అసలు.
Exactly. It's not coming from the premise.
అది అవుతుంది తథాస్తు అన్న మాట అసలు ఎప్పుడు రాదు మన నోట్లోంచి.
తదాస్తు వస్తుంది ప్రతిసారి కూడా. దేనికి వస్తుంది? డౌట్కి వస్తుంది. అందుకే అయితే అదృష్టం అనుకుంటాము, అవుతున్న గ్యారంటీ ఎవరికీ లేదు. సి ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇస్ భగవత్ ప్రసాదం అని చెప్పనుకున్నప్పుడు డౌట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో భగవత్ ప్రసాదం. సి ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు బి హ్యాపీ, if I want to be happy for this moment, do I need all that I'm asking for in my life to be happy in this moment, for this moment? Honestly speaking, right now I'm in Kasi. I'm sitting in the room. What is the point if I see I'm sitting in the room only? Some people told me, ఎంతసేపు రూమ్లో పడి ఉంటావు, కాశీ అయితే ఉంది, యూనో ఇంట్లో ఉంటే ఉంది. సో వాట్? టు దెమ్ I should be somewhere else. I should be sitting in front of the God. Why is God not here in front of me in this room, in front of the screen? Why is not God in my words that I speak, in the words I hear what I speak? Why is God only in an idol? If the God is not around you, in you, within you, around you, wherever He is, it is the same, no? How much value you are deriving from the God that is there? Tell me, how much God you could take from your own house that it felt insufficient and you went to some other place that changed your life? Again you came back home with the changedness, or you came back home looking the same? పండగ రోజైనా పాత మొగుడే అంటారు చూసారా?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, Amma.
For you, when you are with Kashi, you feel when you go to Kashi, there Kashi Vishwanath is there. Now I will feel I am here, Kashi Vishwanath is there.
Yes.
Okay, that is our feeling. When we have it, Shakti, we will feel it. Yes, we go there only Kashi Vishwanath. Now I cannot go, I feel here only Kashi Vishwanath is there.
Yes. And if you feel Kashi Vishwanath is here wherever you are, that is his power, no. He is everywhere. You
Yes.
are not seeing it.
Yes.
Why are you not seeing it? Because you told yourself, I am not in Kasi, I am not in Kasi. If I am not in Kasi, how is it in Kasi? Then the whole idea, whole definition of God is gone, no. What we say? Sarvabhuta Antaratma, Sarvavyapi. Right? God is what?
Sarvantarayami.
Sarvantaryami, yes. So, the definition of God is everywhere. Kashi Vishwanath is different from Tirupati Balaji. Every kshetra will have its own power, its own energy. But kshetra's energy is also energy which you can draw and derive because it's their energy signatures.
That I agree. Kshetra energy. There is. Yes, sir.
Yes, kshetra energy is always there. But if you don't use it in the right way, what is the point? If you go to kshetra also, is your mind changing, is your thoughts changing? There's one thing called Kashmala Vairagyam. How many of you heard this word?
What is it?
Kashmala Vairagyam.
Yeah.
Now that is like the Vairagyam that you get when you visit a cremation ground or when you visit a family where death happened. For some time you feel, what is it all for? Everybody should die one at some point. Then you have that initial, that temporary Vairagyam. But when you go back to your home, you take the bath, again start. ఏంటి పప్పులో ఉప్పు తక్కువైంది, బుద్ధి లేదు, ధ్యాస లేదు, राइट? दाल में नमक कम हो गया, कहाँ है तेरा दिमाग, कितना देर वहीं पे रहती है? और why is my mother-in-law like this? Why can't you understand that she will also die one day? Why can't you understand? I will also die one day. Why does she want all of it from me? What happened to the Vairagya that you had a few minutes ago? Smashana Vairagyam, हाँ.
వెళ్ళొస్తాను, బయలుదేరడానికి వెళ్ళొస్తాను, తర్వాత భోజనం చేయాలి, ఇందులో ఉప్పు లేదు, అది కారం లేదు, ఫర్గెటం లేదు, వాట్ ద హ్యాపెన్ థింగ్స్.
Yeah. So, if you are using your spiritual standards and if that is not aligning with this thought process, then what is it? You are using God like that, you are using Kshetra like that only. Only for that moment you feel, aha, oh, aha, Janma Dhanyam. Again you come back with the same, as the same person. Your personality is not changing, your character is not changing, your characteristics are not changing, you are who you are. Right? So what did you take from that Kshetra? Who you became from that? What? I'll tell you one thing. First time when I visited Kasi, for all the people who have visited Kasi at least once in your life, wherever you see there is one Hanuman, one Shivalingam, one Ganapati, wherever you see, that gave me a sense that God is everywhere. Maybe that is the reason people say, go to Kasi once. Because you cannot even spit. You're scared where, if you are spitting out, you know it will fall in some God only. That gave me understanding. Arey, God is everywhere. So, the Kashi Kshetra gave me this understanding of God is everywhere. Sarva Vyapi, Sarva Bhutantaratmas. God is everywhere. Ganga is God.
ఒకటి కదా వెళ్తే ఒకటి ఇంకోటి అబ్జర్వేషన్ దొరకలేదు. కాశీకి వెళ్తే ఇంకోటి అబ్జర్వేషన్ దొరకలేదు.
ఏంటది?
గుడికి వెళ్ళినంత సేవను తీసుకెళ్ళిపోతూనే ఉంటారు. వన్స్ అపాన్ టైం ఇట్లా ఉండి ఇప్పుడంటే చాలా నీట్గా ఉంది కాశీ, కానీ వన్స్ అపాన్ టైం ఇప్పుడు తోసుకుంటే చాలా చిన్న సందులు ఉంటాయండి కూడా.
అవును.
ఏదో డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ వీటికి వాడికి అనే ఫీలింగ్ ఏమి ఉండదు. అట్లా జరగాల్సింది జరుగుతుందంటే అది జరుగుతుంటుంది. గుడికి వెళ్తుంటే తీసుకెళ్ళిపోతూనే ఉంటారు పక్క నుంచి.
అవును.
మీకు తెలియదు కానీ సగం తీసుకెళ్తున్నారు కూడా.
అవును. I've seen
అలాగే
usually in Hyderabad or outside Kasi, if you see a dead body, what we say? Okay, శవం ఎదురుపడిందని చెప్పి అనుకుంటాము. కొంతమంది కూర్చొనేసి స్తోత్రం చదువుకుంటుంటారు. కొంతమంది ఏంది అద్దె ఎదురైందో, కొంతమంది అయ్యో పాపం, But in Kasi, if you see a dead body, aha, okay, that person is getting closer to Shiva. Dead body in Kasi only, yeah? Dead body anywhere is going to Shiva only, no? Why can't we see that way? This perception is also Vacha. Change your voice, change your narrative, change the way you talk, change the way you narrate anything. How do you bring the narrative? That is that aligned with your desire. That should come from that healthy manas, healthy mind. With your mind you heal your thought or your speech. Sorry, with your thought refine your speech. With your speech heal your mind. They go hand in hand. When these two are properly aligned, then comes your action. That is the manasa vacha karma trikarna shuddhi. So speech should be very, very clear, assertive and affirmative. Present continuous tense or present perfect tense. When your words are coming in this tone, assertive and affirmative tone, that is when you are manifesting it. That's a manifestation is natural, it's common. Or else, what happens? You have a lot of doubt. And the reason you wanted to manifest is to prove somebody or to show that God exists for you. నేనే కనుక పతివ్రతను అయితే దేవుడే కనుక ఉంటే this will not be there. Why should God prove his existence when you are not willing to believe? Or when you want God to prove his presence, why should God come and prove his presence? What are you? నువ్వు ఎవడరా నీకోసం దేవుడు చూపి ప్రూవ్ చేసుకోవడానికి నీకు తన ప్రెసెన్స్. స్పీక్ క్లియర్లీ నాట్ లౌడ్లీ. రైట్, కరెక్ట్. This is very important for you to ask and to say. Now, we all have the temptation to speak, to taunt. ఏదో ఒక పొడిచే మాట అంటే తృప్తిగా ఉంటుంది మనకి, అవునా? Okay, I heard a story. It did not happen, but yes, it felt nice for me to listen to this. I would like to share this. So, what happened is, before the battle of Kurukshetra, Arjuna said, I don't want to fight this war. Why should I fight my own family? What am I getting? This 5 lands, 5 towns am I fighting for? Then Krishna says, okay, you're not fighting all this battle for the piece of land, you're fighting for the dharma. And then he says, Karmanya vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Don't look at the outcome. Focus on the action. You are fighting for dharma, do it. And Arjuna got inspired and all of that happened. He became so strong, so powerful, all of that happened. But unfortunately, Arjuna got to hear that Abhimanyu is killed in the battle. He felt sad, he started to cry in the corner. So after some time, some person saw Krishna is also crying in the corner. Then he asked, Arjuna is crying because his son died. Why are you crying? Whatever I taught him, he is not applying. What is the point in me saying? I gave my Virat Rupam to him. I show him all of that. He's like, okay. Again he started to cry. Na bada evaru chepukonu. Right? Krishna gave everything to Arjuna, but still he could not change Arjuna. He is human basically, so he has got human emotions. He felt sad, bad, all of that happened. But the idea is, it is in the hands of Arjuna to apply. Now you say God only should make you apply. Why? You are not God or what? Why are you dissociating yourself from that point? Okay, some people come to me and say, sir, you have to make me do this. What is stopping you from doing it yourself? Why should I come and sit inside the body and do it? Lack mentality, exactly. Sir, what is the point of healing? Sir, still I am unable to do it. What do you want me to do? Go into your body and do it yourself. Do it. I should do it for you or what? Where did you decide to do it? Were you really assertive? Were you really affirmative? Were you really focused on doing it yourself? No, you never wanted to do it yourself. You took help so to know someone or something will change inside you that will make you do it. No, ultimately you should do it. That's the narrative you have to say. I am doing it. I need this. Ah, yeah. So you don't want to do your act, but you want the result, and for that result you are taking help. But you are not doing what you are supposed to do. What you are actually willing to do, not willing. What you are supposed to do. When you don't do yourself what you are supposed to do, and you want everything else to change in the world, that thought itself is coming from very bad space. That you should understand and ask, why am I not? Why am I asking this in the first place? Why am I having this thought in the first place? Why do I want everybody else to change for me? Deep rooted victimhood. Deep rooted false sense of entitlement. దిగొచ్చావు నువ్వు మరి ప్రపంచం షుడ్ ఆల్వేస్ అడ్జస్ట్ ఫర్ యూ. You don't want to change. If you carry this in your mind, if you carry this in your being, then what happens? You'll always be disappointed. That is a gateway with a red carpet for disappointment. Maybe it's some idea not coming from the free will. Exactly, huh? See, basically, lack of accountability, that is. Lack of taking ownership. I'll tell you one thing, if you really wanted to be fit, you don't have to run to the gyms. Do Surya Namaskaras, which is available in the YouTube for free. You want validation? No. If you do Surya Namaskaras in your own house, who will validate you immediately? Nobody. If you go to gym, yes, you have a lot of validation. A lot of eyes will be looking at you. You want that. Why do you want to be a bodybuilder? Tell me. Why are gyms for? Gymnasiums are for the ones who want to build a body. Your idea of going into gym to get a fit body is coming from flawed space. If you want to be fit body, you should be flexible. For that, do basic yoga asanas. Nadi Shuddhi Vyayam, you do it. Surya Namaskar, you do it. Chandra Namaskar, you do it. Sufficient. It gives flexibility. It gives you strength. It builds stamina. Sufficient, no. And also eat clean. Exactly. What you could do by yourself, you're not doing it. You want everything else to align in your life. Except what you are supposed to do, everything should be aligned. And you get everything when you do what you're supposed to do. That occur compromise. You're compromising on what you're actually supposed to do. And you want everything else to align in the world. Arey yaar, ye hua to. Kya hai ye? Why are you so much dwelled and so much intertwined with external validation? And when it comes to you, you're okay to compromise. Okay, I have seen this from a lot of people that they are absolutely okay. Okay, they are absolutely okay on they're not doing things, or they're absolutely okay with mistakes. That I did a mistake, so what? Why should they react? You planted the seed, no. You don't want to put any focus on your action. You are only focusing or focusing controlling other person's reaction. Why should they react? నేను తప్పు చేస్తే చేశాను, వాళ్ళు రియాక్ట్ అవ్వాలా? How many of you have this argument?
Argument in different ways, sir. Argument is in different ways to do.
Yeah.
God will make us to do mistake.
God will make us to do the mistake, or we are not controlling ourselves from doing a mistake. What is true?
That's right. God will make us to do mistake. Then there we have to, our brain we have to use it. If not, we will be caught.
See,
the Sabarmala issue.
See, I'll tell you one thing, Amma. Here two arguments are there. Two perspectives are there. When you believe that everything is God, then pakka it should be everything is God. When bad done, it is God. When good done, it is me.
Yeah. Exactly. That should be.
So when bad happen or good happen, it is God there. But you get the benefit of both, no? Where is your mind? Where is your control? Where is your assertiveness? Where is your free will? Where is your control on your thoughts? You didn't control your thoughts, you didn't control your action, and you say God did it. Then don't complain.
No, it's not like that. There we have to our own
Exactly. You have to take ownership, no?
compulsory.
So, lot of people have this, intelligent or stupid intelligence argument, I say. Your intelligence is only fueling your stupidity. Again, no offense or no, okay, if you are offended, it's okay, fine.
That, that's what manacha vacha karmana keep me properly.
Exactly. Now, you're not controlling your thoughts, you're not directing your thoughts, you're not channelizing your emotions. Whatever job you have to do from your end, you're okay to compromise. But you don't want to compromise other people's not doing, and you blame them, and you complain.
No,
You say God did not do it. Why should God do it when you don't do your job? If I don't do what I'm supposed to do and I'm okay with it, then also be okay with God not doing things for you, other people not doing things for you. When you do everything in the right spirit, in the right space, from the right intent, then everything will be aligned. Then you don't have to ask, you don't have the situation only to ask all of this. Now, problem is coming from that intent space. Your intent is coming from wrong space. If I do this, then I'll get, so I'm doing it for that. That is the reason when things don't work, you feel bad, you feel sorry. Right? Because what you said to yourself, if I do this, I'll get that. So you're doing it for that only, to get that only, not because you love doing it. That is the reason we feel so sorry. And why do we have to do it? Because that's not needed in the first place. When you understand this, your speech will naturally align, your manasa will naturally align, and your karma will naturally follow through. Kriya, not karma. So the desires that will not be fulfilled, or the desires which are not getting fulfilled, are only coming from the space because the desire is not meant to be in your life in the first place. You are trying to hold on to the desire. Why? Because your ego is attached to it. Your self-respect, your self-value. Basically, your ego is attached to it. Hence, you want it always to be there. Yes, sir, Ronagar.
ఏమంటున్నానంటే ఇప్పుడు there are several Shiva temples are
Voice content, sir, meedi.
there are several
Shiva temples are there in all over India, all over world.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
చెప్పండి వింటున్నా
Audible, sir?
yes, sir. Several Shiva temples ఉన్నారు.
When you reach there, when you go to the temple, hello?
చెప్పండి వింటున్నా.
అదే ఇన్ని గుడులు ఉన్నాయి, ఇన్ని గుడులు ఉన్నాయి. ఆ గుడికి వెళ్తేనే చాలా పవర్ఫుల్ ఉంటుంది, ఇదే పవర్ఫుల్ ఉంటుంది, సంథింగ్ ఇలా పవర్ఫుల్స్ అని చెప్తూ ఉంటారు
అవును,
యూజువల్.
కరెక్ట్. ఏం లేదు, అక్కడ ఎక్కువ మంది వెళ్ళారు కాబట్టి ఎక్కువ రిజల్ట్ వచ్చింది, అందరికీ నమ్మారు, అంతే. నమ్మకం కొనే పవర్ అది. క్షేత్రం పవర్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ, I'll tell you one thing, Amma. Kshetram power is for everybody, But why people living in the Kshetra don't have that effect of it? You come from different city to that city and you feel like that. See, okay, this is not connected to the argument. One minute. Sorry, we are deviating from the topic. Okay. See, what I want you all to understand here is how you communicate. What is your argument? Why is your argument fueling your ego? వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కదా, అకౌంటబిలిటీ గురించి వస్తుంది ఇది. Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yes, sir.
So, Here is the main important part of the entire session is accountability of your thoughts, accountability of your speech. We all have the temptation to poke and provoke others, right? We all have this tendency ఒక పుల్లబిడి మాట అంటూనే ఉంటాం మనం, ప్రొవోక్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటాం. ఎందుకు? ఈగో సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్. అండ్ we justify వాడి నుంచి నేను అనకూడదా, when he could do it all of when he did all of that, he did. Okay, for some time everybody, okay, for a moment everyone, do not type anything else. You are distracting me basically by putting about other things. Don't bring anything now for next 20 minutes. No examples, no doubts, no questions, please. Okay, for next 20 minutes I'm talking about very important thing. If you don't understand, it's okay, I'll send the recording. Don't break my flow, okay? If you don't understand something here, it's okay, watch the recording, don't ask, don't break my flow. Very very important thing is coming now. Okay, okay, now let us talk about the concept of accountability and responsibility. On the other day we spoke about responsibility is ability to respond. When you have the ability to respond, then you are fine. You don't have to be compliant, you don't have to be submissive, you don't have to discharge the burden or expectation in the terms of responsibility for others, but yourself. Are you doing it? For example, someone taunted you, someone said something mean, something unreasonable, or did not stand up to their word, did not stand up to their expectations, or expected they set for themselves, or you have had for them. Then first thought comes to your mind should be, okay, this is what meant to happen right now, for all the reasons known and unknown. I am okay with it. Things happen the way they happen, at the time they are meant to happen. Things happen when it's time for it to happen, or my expectations coming from the wrong space, or my ask is coming from the wrong space. Take full accountability, don't blame anybody. I manifested the situation, I manifested this outcome, I manifested this delay, I manifested Saturn's position, I manifested the Venus position, I manifested everything. Because I exist, it exists. This should be your narrative. The moment you give it to the others, the moment you give it to everybody else, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my father, my mother, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my wife, my children, my boss, Trump, Modi, you give power to everybody around you, know, then you are not taking accountability. Yes, everybody has got their role to play, but why did it affect you? Ultimately the problem is you got affected. No, they existed for thousands of people, not everybody will have this problem with them. No, maybe 1,000 people have it because they elected them. Over, simple. Your beliefs, your thoughts that come out of your beliefs, and the beliefs that are generated because of your repetitiveness, what you repetitively say. If you say this person is the problem, that person is the problem, this situation is the problem, that situation is the problem, whatever words you say, that this is the problem, that is the problem, that becomes a problem, though it is not ideally or initially. This is very important. You have to take 100% accountability of your words. that come out of your mind, that goes to your brain. Every word, every phrase, every statement that comes out of your mouth, that is going into your brain first. Or because you see it in your brain, that's coming out of your mouth. Or because it came out of your mouth, is going into your brain. This cycle, you have to take accountability, responsibility. What is happening around you, it's not at all your concern, it's not at all your business. Yes, it is there because you exist. Simple. No blame, no running around, you know, no crying, no cribbing. You want to cry, cry. You want to crib, you crib. But for what you did, that made you attract the situation. Only on that, for not what other person is doing it. Because when you yourself are compromising on your own goals, your own actions, on your own mindset, how could you expect others to do it? And others are not doing it, you are upset. Are you not upset about yourself? But what are you doing to do? What are you doing to change yourself? You compromise for your convenience. You compromise for your benefit. And you're okay with it. When other people are doing it, they say they're not responsible, they're not this. You compare your good to other person's bad. How is it fair? When you are okay to compromise on your end, on your own end of the bargain, other person also have got the equal and other things on outward things also have the equal opportunity, no, or equal possibility, no, to compromise on their end of the bargain. Both manifested it, both attracted it. So forget, delete this argument in your mind, in your speech. Use your words very wisely. Every word you speak, every word that runs in your mouth, every phrases, na karma, na daridram. I'll tell you one thing that I've heard. It's a very beautiful explanation. It's a song. It's a funny song. It says, జీవితమే ఒక సముద్రం అయితే దరిద్రమేగా ఉప్పు. Okay, it sounds very funny. The way it is sang is also very funny. It is so catchy. But I say cut, erase, delete. Why? Because when I'm comparing my life as an ocean, I'm giving the daridram, the attribute of daridram as the salt. Because samudram is full of salt, right? That means what? I'm attributing that because I'm liking it. I'm attributing that my life is also full of daridram. Analogy, metaphors. So any metaphor that is going to give me a sense that it can go wrong, that it can put my life into soup. Okay, that is going to give me a bad experience. Cut, erase, delete. No matter how interesting it is, how catchy it is. I tell my sister, whenever she used to listen to old songs, or it's not old songs, the English songs with lot of sadness in it. The lyrics has a lot of sadness in it. I used to say, don't listen to those songs. Why? Because you enjoy it, the sadness is like felt captivating the subconscious mind because you're enjoying it. And suddenly you manifest that sadness in your life. You did not have any kind of reason for you to get this situation. But because you're enjoying the sadness, the Rotlu Gana of Atif Aslam or Arjit Singh, if you listen to that now, you bring sadness into your life. Listen to celebration songs. Listen to Carnatic or Hindustani classical music. Listen to Basuri or Veena Sitar. Exactly. Lot of people who listen to these songs, because you enjoy it, your subconscious feels okay. You enjoy these lyrics, okay, let the lyrics be manifest into your life. So that situation will come into your life. Very, very important, very subtle. Nobody are paying attention to it. What songs you listen, what words you say, what kind of language that you use. Very important. When you don't pay attention to this thing, paying attention to anything makes no sense. Right? Being mindful of every word comes out of your mind, of your mouth, in your heart. Everything that you say to yourself, everything that you say outside, very important, because that is going to create the thought energy field. That is going to influence your thought energy field. When people say do Chandi Parana, do Hanuman Chalisa Parana, why? Because your thought energy field is changing because of the words that come out of your mind. You need to do Hanuman Chalisa, but thinking of what he said, what he said, what he did and what he said, or what she did and what she said. The thought energy field is mixed with Hanuman Chalisa and that also. వండర్ఫుల్ వండర్ఫుల్ సునీత గారు, దట్ ఈస్ హౌ యూ చేంజ్. ఉన్న ఏడుపులు చాలు మనకి, ఇంక సినిమా కూడా చూసి ఏడవాలా? మన మొహం అర్థం చూసుకుని చాలు, అన్ని కష్టాలు కనపడుతుంటాయి. టీవీ సీరియల్ చూడాలా? कहानी घर घर की, क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी, ससुराल सिमत का, కోడలు దిన కాపురం, ఆడేదే ఆధారం. When you listen, when your brain is fully filled with the drama, where aunties will be wearing full jewelry even in night before they sleep, with that degree carat of makeup, if you're seeing that daily, what is happening to your subconscious mind? Your brain is absorbing that. It feels that is the reality. You have to react so much for everything. Basically, you're a non-reactive person, but because you're looking at that dhum, 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 dhintarana, 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 when you listen to that, what happens? Your brain feels, because you're enjoying it, you're captivated. So subconscious mind feels, oh, this is what you enjoy. So it attacks drama into your life. When drama is into your life, what happens? ఏ జన్మలో ఏం పాపం చేసుకున్నాను. ఆల్వేస్ పాలు కింద పడ్డాయి, ధింతనన్న ధింతన ధింతనన్న, 20 యాంగిల్స్ యూ సీ ఇట్. అయ్యో, ఫర్ వాట్? మిల్క్ స్పిల్లింగ్ డౌన్. వాట్ యూ షుడ్ డూ? మిల్క్ స్పిల్ట్ డౌన్, ఓకే, టేక్ ది వెజల్ అవుట్ సైడ్, టేక్ ఎ క్లాత్, క్లీన్ ఇట్, ఓవర్. వై డ్రామా? వై నరేష్ ఇన్ ది హెడ్? వీడి వల్ల వాడి వల్ల ఈ ఫోన్ రావటం వల్ల జరిగింది, పొద్దున్న లేచి చర్మం చూసుకున్నాను. వై దిస్ నరేషన్? వై దిస్ దింతనన్న ఇన్ ద బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్? ప్రాక్టీస్ యాక్టింగ్ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ థింగ్స్ వితౌట్ థింకింగ్, వితౌట్ నరేటింగ్. That is how you're controlling your speech. Whatever you do, just do it. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it in your mind also. I am doing healing. I am sending energies. I am just sending energy from this point. It's going inside, it's going outside. If I do it now, I'll not be able to do the healing. Just do it. Simple. Removing, throwing outside. That's it. It's happening. Why my brain is not doing anything there? No talking, no self-talk, no thinking of what will the client do, will client pay or not, how will client get the result or not. No, nothing. I'm just doing it because yes, karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That's it. Done. Hence people get result very fast. If I'm only thinking will they pay, will they get the result, what if they don't get the result, what if the result is delayed, my brain is gone. I will not be able to heal properly. If I am cooking also, I am cutting this vegetable is soft, this vegetable is nice, this vegetable is bad. Why did I get the bad vegetable? I have to sue this vegetable vendor for selling.
Recording in progress.
So when you have this thing in your mind, always, there's always dialogue in your mind, right? How many of you noticed there's always some dialogue in your mind? Something is talks. You have a constant mind chatter, chit chat, mental chatter antar kada. How many of you have this mental chatter or mind chatter? Mindless self talk.
If not that, then will be different.
You become, lot of people need this. chatter to feel they're not alone. Silence is scary for these people. If everything is silent now, again you'll be questioning, why is it silent? Is everything alright? Or now any kind of booth is coming or what? You'll always be thinking. Thinking in dialogues only, in dialogues form. You don't see visuals. You only have a narration, no? Multiple things happening in the mind, yes. How do you bring change? Being mindful. Yes, Pratyusha. Yeah, every parent or the toddler knows it. When toddler is awake and everything is silent, something is happening. Okay, on the lighter note. See, this is very, very important, guys. Understand if you have mind chatter, change it. Change it to what? Rama, 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 Nama Shiva, Nama Shiva, Nama Shiva, Nama Shiva, Nama Shiva. Rama or Krishna, 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 Krishna. Manifest, 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 manifest. Instead of the nonsense chatter, no, say this. Why did he do it? Why did she do it? Why did it happen? Why did it happen? That's also chatter. Everything is chatter. So chat something meaningful, no? Because we are addicted to chatter, mind chatter, no? Chat something mindfully. Instead of uncontrolled mindless chatter, have a controlled, conscious chatter. Not in the mind, outside. Okay, when I was reading Sri Sai Satcharitra, there is one devotee called Rohilla. How many of you have heard or did this Parayana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will make sound something.
Right, exactly. In the night, he'll be shouting. Everybody in the village are like, will catch their head. They say, Baba, what is this? Then Baba says, Rohilla has got a very insolent wife. Daily, she will trouble him. So he will read kalmas out so loudly that she will not come to him. Now, what is this insolent wife? He is Buddhi, Durbuddhi. By taking the God's name out loud, that is gone slowly. Now, when you get a bad thought, wrong thought, Rama, Krishna, Shiva, do it. You are startling your mind instead of getting into chatter. People will think you are mad. You are already mad. Okay, no problem. Let them confide. Let them confirm. Let them testify. It's okay. ఇప్పుడు మాత్రం మనం మంచోళ్ళైంది, రైట్? బాబోయ్ అనుకునే బదులు రామా అనుకోండి. సో దట్ యూర్ బ్రేకింగ్ ది థాట్ ఫ్లో. If you are not religious, say stop. Say cut.
So at home the names are kept like that. Rama, Krishna, Vasudeva, like that.
So when you don't take because I don't want to be idle, I keep my mind busy. Busy with what? Worrying about the future or thinking about the past. Both of them are against Kriyamana Karma, no? Or Kriyamana Karma is doing what? Thinking about the past or thinking about the future. How is it helping? It's only planting the new seeds for tomorrow based on yesterday. So that is the reason every tomorrow looks like yesterday only, no? What are you doing to make a difference? Manasa Vacha Karma, what difference it is bringing in the Kriyamana Karma? Think differently, speak differently, do differently. Again, that differently should be aligned, not misaligned. Okay, even if it is misaligned, you got to know it's misaligned. Okay, take accountability and correct it. You have got infinite chances every single second to change. But are we applying? Are we using it? Are we putting it into practice? Are we allowing that to happen? This is where our questions come. Any questions or doubts until understood until now?
థాట్స్ అండ్ యాక్షన్స్ మిస్అలైన్మెంట్ లో ఉన్నాయి అని ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తామంటేనే ఇట్ మీన్స్ వి ఆర్ మైండ్ఫుల్ యాక్చువల్లీ.
Exactly. When you are mindful, you have got more power and control on the Kriyamana Karma. Being in the moment is Kriyamana Karma. When you are being in the moment, how do you know in the moment? You could smell everything, you could see everything, you can feel everything in the moment. That is what you are in the moment. No, you don't have to be like extra meditative space. No, not needed. You don't need to have your extra sensory perceptions active. Being mindful ante your existing five senses are active. That is sufficient. When your five senses are active, no, what happens? No milk will be spilling in the kitchen. No tea will be spilling or will be overflowing on the stove. Do not stub your hands or feet to the chairs or to the corners of the house. When you're mindful. When you're mindful, you just love yourself the way you are. You look in the mirror, wow, so beautiful. That's it. నా కన్ను ఇట్టా ఉంది, నా ముక్కు ఇట్టా ఉంది, నా మొహం అట్లా లేదు. This morning my face is my face, that's it. Next morning better face, different face, it's okay. తెల్లగడ్డం వచ్చింది, ఇక్కడ ట్యానింగ్ ఉంది, మొహంలో కళాకాంతి లేదు. ఏంద్రా నాయన జీవితం. ఓవర్ గాన్. You're not in the moment. I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm loving the way what I'm seeing in the mirror. That's it. Fully mindful, fully present. Now what's happening? This is not looking like yesterday. This is looking like something else, somebody else. Why? Why should entertain this conversation in the mind? I saw my face for the reason I saw. Over. Done. I did for the reason I started to do it. Whatever I did, whatever task I have taken over, I am doing it for the reason I have taken it over. And the reason for you to take over should be very clear. That's it. No narration. No constant mind chatter. The moment you get some mind chatter is happening, say stop and take control and think otherwise. When you practice, it changes. If you don't practice, sir, how will it happen, sir? I did once, it didn't work. Once? Sufficient. You have planted 10,000 seeds and you're expecting one seed to change everything. Is it reasonable for you to ask? Right? For all that you have done already and your expectation, that is very different. You have planted 10,000 weeds and you expected one tulsi to remove all the weeds and become full tulsi vanam at once. When you don't have the ability to see one tulsi plant germinating in the entire field of weeds, it's very difficult. That one plant of tulsi will give seeds, that seeds will be overpowering the other weeds. When you are consciously putting effort, one small change your subconscious brings, you are not acknowledging it. ఒకటేగా ఒకటేనా అయిందిగా, ఒక్కసారి అయితే చాలు కదా. When you're not happy and satisfied with one change, you get 1,000 changes, it doesn't make any difference because you're not satisfied. You want everything to change all at once. Everything, everyone, all at once. There's a movie, no, that got an Oscar. Exactly. Okay, wonderful, Kavita garu. That's how you bring changes. No, the moment you have noticed that your mind went somewhere, bring it back. Listen to whatever you wanted to listen. Again. Do what you're doing again. Start over. I do this thing. If I listen to a song and my favorite part is being played and something comes into my mind and I miss that part, I again will restart and play it again. I train my mind that next time I am fully present in the moment to listen to my favorite part. I listen to it multiple times because I enjoy that part. That is the reason, even though bad things happen, my focus will always be on the good side. Not 100%. Yes, sometimes I'm a human being, I'm not a god. Yet, सो यस, वेन एवर मैं भटकता हूँ ना, वापस आ जाऊँगा फिर, क्योंकि आई डोंट हैव एनीथिंग मीनिंगफुल टू डू. I cannot change what happened in the past. I cannot undo what I have done. But I can consciously do the right thing going forward. No, I only have that thing in my control. That is Kriyamana Karma. Having the wisdom, having the right mind, right action, doing it at the right time is the only thing that you have in your hand. And that you are living it. That you are saying Ganga Arpanam. And you are expecting everything to change. The only thing that you could do, you are not doing it. And you want everything else to change. Right? And you are expecting everything to change. How will that happen? Is it reasonable? చేయాల్సిన ఒక్క పనే చేయట్లేదు, ఆ ఒక్కటే చేయట్లేదు కదా, చేయాల్సింది అదొకటేరా నాయన. బ్యాడ్ జోక్ బట్ వెరీ మీనింగ్ఫుల్. వెన్ హస్బెండ్ అండ్ వైఫ్ ఆర్ నాట్ హ్యావింగ్ కిడ్స్, both of them are going to different cities to do pujas. Are you have to do what you're supposed to do in the bedroom, that you do properly. No, that's the only thing that will give you kids, not traveling to all the temples. Right? The only task that will give you the result, that you don't do, there you are compromised. But you want everything else to change, you want everything else to align. అదొక్కటే చేయట్లే కదా, చేయాల్సింది అదొకటేరా నాయన. చేయాల్సింది ఒక్కటే చేయట్లేదు, మిగతావన్నీ చేస్తున్నారు. దట్ ఈస్ మీనింగ్ఫుల్, దిస్ ఈజ్ నాన్ ప్రొడక్టివ్. నో, ఆర్ యూ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ఇట్? ఫర్ యూ టు డూ this should be very, very aligned. Your speech, your thoughts should be aligned with your speech. Your speech should align your thoughts. Sometimes you get a different negative thought, control the narrative. Sometimes you start with a negative narrative directly without any thinking. Then with your thoughts you have to change your narrative. With narrative you have to change your thought. With the thought you have to change narrative. Cyclic. Summer will give rainy, rainy will give you summer. Right? Evaporation, condensation. That is how you have to build your mind. That's how you have to build your action. That's how you have to do everything that you're doing. When you do everything that you're supposed to do, that is magic. That will give you the result. You do anything otherwise, no. Manasa vacha karma should be very clear with mano buddhi chitta ahankara. Then fine. Free from vasanas, free from arshad vargas, free from environment and conditioning, free from the generalized thinking. Only pure free will. You are choosing to do what you are willing to do, what you are supposed to do. That's it. No compromise on that. You are thinking, you are speaking, you are doing, aligned, in alignment. Manifestation ఎందుకు చూస్తాను, ఇంత చేసి అవ్వలేదు, టైం రాలేదు. ఎంత వెయిట్ చేసి అవ్వలేదు, అయ్యేదే కాదు, అనవసరంగా పట్టు కూర్చున్నాము. Simple. I mean, for the people, again in English, you did everything that you should do, that you could do, it didn't happen. इसका मतलब है कि टाइम नहीं आया. नहीं तो अगर you waited for a lot of time, still it didn't happen, वो होने वाला ही नहीं है, इसलिए नहीं हुआ, हो गया बस. अरे कितना एफर्ट डाला मैं, कितना एक्सपेक्टेशन रख के बैठा हूँ मैं, वाई ड्रामा वाई क्राइंग, होने वाला नहीं था. Good that you realized it sooner than later. You waited for 8 years and it didn't happen. Okay, you didn't wait for 9 years. No, you realized it at the 8th year only. The moment you have realized, okay, I'm letting it go. Simple. हुआ तो हुआ, नहीं तो नहीं. This narration is going to make a lot of difference. You waited for 8 long years. You waited for 8 long minutes. You waited for 8 long seconds. The moment you have realized, I waited for 8 long seconds and I could not get it, I didn't get it. Patience. Okay. You gave up, you let go. Then what happens? 9th minute it happened. You saved. अगर हुआ ही नहीं, कभी नहीं हुआ, होने वाला नहीं था, you realized at the end of the 8 seconds, so 9th second is saved. You are so patient, so I gave 9 seconds window only. Also I have to give 9 minutes window. How unreasonable I am. Actually waiting is wasted only. You have to allow things to happen the way they are happening. If you are waiting, इसका मतलब है कि फलापेक्षा है. Yeah, it's not waiting, it should be corrected to. Don't wait, let it happen. వెయిటింగ్ का मतलब कि आ रहा कि नहीं వస్తుందా లేదా ఎప్పటికవుతుంది ఐఎమ్ వెయిటింగ్ how long should I have to wait? Don't wait, do something else in the time that you're waiting. No, you have planted the seed and the seed to become a plant, it takes its own time. Don't wait all through, do your job daily, consistently, persistently. When the plant has to give a fruit, it will give it. But if you waiting का मतलब क्या है कि you are expecting it to come, you are putting your mind, thought, energy, action into it. Don't wait, do your thing and leave it, do something else or be somebody else. जब वो आएगा तब आएगा. For a farmer, does he wait for 9 months or 8 months or 6 months for the plant to give the fruit or for the seed to give the yield? No, he'll just do his job daily. That is the reason he's able to do it. That is the reason he is able to do it, knowing that he'll only get the benefit of his harvest after 6 months. He's not going to get anything on daily basis. No, daily he'll do it. Are we farmers? We are fishermen. We want it right now. अगर नहीं हुआ तो नहीं. Be a farmer, not a fisherman. Don't be a huntsman. Don't be a hunter. Be a farmer. Plant a seed, do your job. That's it. Don't wait. Don't wait for a fish to come and catch the hook. If it's not happening, how long do I have to wait? I don't have patience anymore. I cannot wait any longer. Change your business. Be a farmer. Farmers have the most patience. They know for a fact that they are not going to get the result of their action today, but they still do it because they know that the yield is guaranteed. If not today, they know it. If not today, no. They know it's only happening after 8 months or 6 months. Satyam. Hence, they are most peaceful. Though they don't have money on daily basis. How much more money they earn? They know today I plant the seeds, after 6 months only they'll be able to get the yield. After getting the yield, they have to clean it, then they have to sell it to somebody, then they get money for the next 6 months again. Till then, with whatever money they made, they are surviving, no? Still they do it. Are we patient enough? No. We want everything right now. Dopamine. If I don't get it now or never. If I'm not happy now, over, gone. You don't do anything to become happy. You don't choose to be happy. You want everything else to align for you to feel happy. You are entitled to feel happy because of your birth. You are born so great that everything should be aligned in a moment, so you are happy. Right? If something is not aligned, you feel like, hey, what bad I did? No. What bad you did is you are expecting wrong things. Expectation ko tappe na? Expectation tappe? Yes, tappe. Expecting is wrong. Expectations are wrong. Don't expect. Do your job and leave it. Whatever the fruit of the job will come. Fruit of the labor will naturally come. If not today, tomorrow. If not immediately, definitely. That's the attitude, and you just do it. Whatever task you have in your hand. Now, what task we have to do? We'll discuss tomorrow. Okay? Understood? మూర్తిలాగా ఆవేశంగా చెప్పా, ఎంతమందికి ఏమీ అర్థమైందో తెలియదు.
And you were telling about farming, నాకు డెలివరీ చైల్డ్ బర్త్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వచ్చింది మైండ్. పేరెంట్స్ నో the child will come after 9 months. So we prepare for the child. At the home, we decorate the house, or we buy things for little kids, safety precautions. ఇవన్నీ చేసుకున్నాం because we know for a fact that the child will definitely come. We don't sit and wait doing nothing. మన ఆఫీస్ పనులు చేసుకుంటాం, ఇంటి పనులు చేసుకుంటాం, like that.
True. Understood? Learned anything new, different, better, or same also?
Yes.
Yes, దేనికి సేమ్ ఆల్సో అది క్యా?
చాలా విషయం తెలుసు. ఇంట్రాస్పెక్షన్ బాగా.
నేనైతే చాలా చేంజ్ చేసుకున్నానని అనుకుంటున్నాను, కానీ ఇంకా ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్లోనే కానీ ఎల్కేజీలోనే ఉన్నానని తెలిసింది. థ్యాంక్ యూ టు మేకింగ్ మీ రియలైజ్.
This class is like caffeine only. Okay. You hit you like cocaine, not caffeine.
యాక్చువల్లీ తరతరాల నుంచి మన పెద్దవాళ్ళు చేశారు, బట్ వీ నెవర్ నో. ఇది ఒక 40-50 years నుంచి ఇట్ ఈస్ స్టాప్డ్ బికాస్ వీఆర్ సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్డ్ బై దీస్ థింగ్స్ outer world. Actually, I remember my grandmother. Always she used to sit somewhere and do this Namajapam only. She never no interfere in anything and all. That is the thing actually we need to do in each and every minute.
Correct.
We do our karma and we should be balanced. Kani adi, we know everything, but we never do that. That's it.
Correct. ఒకటే గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి.
Krishna Priya or someone said that, okay, we are mokkestunnamu Tirupati, then we are writing exams and we are sleeping, we getting results ante public will come.
No.
ఏం చేస్తాడు, మనం చదివి రాయాలి కదా ఎగ్జామ్. సో ఇన్ దట్ వే
మొక్కేసుకొని పడుకున్నాము, ఎగ్జామ్ రాయలేదు. మనం ఎలా ఉంటాం అంటే మొక్కేసి పడుకుంటాము, ఎగ్జామ్ కూడా రాయము. ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తే కదా పాస్ అయ్యేది, పాస్ ఫెయిల్ ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తే అవుతుంది కదా. We expect, we get the motivation to write examination by God. No boss, you have to do it yourself, you have to motivate yourself. You should say God should put a thought in my head. Why can't you put it yourself? Why do you need God? Why should anybody inspire you to do?
ఇంతకీ ఆ థాట్ ఏంటో వాళ్ళే చెప్తారు, కానీ దేవుడు పెట్టాలంటారు. అండ్ ఆల్సో they know for a fact that they will, I mean, we should believe that, or we know for a fact that it will happen and we just have to do our action and leave it కదా. అలాంటివన్నీ పచ్చి వాళ్ళ దగ్గర వాడతారు అనమాట. దండం పెట్టేసుకున్న ఐ నో ఫర్ అ ఫ్యాక్ట్ దట్ ఐ పాస్ ది ఎగ్జామ్ అని నిద్ర అవుతారు. అది అట్లా అనమాట, ఎక్కడ వాడాలో అక్కడ వాడరు తెలియదు.
Yes. When you're mindful, you'll get the result. If you're not mindful, what happens? Whatever you experience, that will only happen, no? What change will you experience in your life? So it is your conscious decision, conscious deliberate decision that you execute to get things done. If you're not doing it, then if you're not deciding to stop thinking and you start thinking otherwise, take control of your thought. If you don't decide it, it will stay with you. Live with it. No complaints, no drama. Okay, this life, this better luck next life. This life, like this only it will go. Give it up. Leave it. Don't complain. Simply, you always complain. Why do you complain? When you don't do what you're supposed to do, no amount of complaint will make any change. వినేవాడికి విసుకొచ్చేదాకా ఉంటుంది అంతే. కానీ ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి చెప్పుకుంటూ పోయామనుకో, ఎవరు నోబడి వాంట్స్ టు లిసన్ టు కంప్లైంట్ బికాస్ దే గాట్ ఇనఫ్ ఇన్ దర్ లైఫ్, నో. సో స్టాప్ కంప్లైనింగ్. Take accountability. Change the, do the change. Even if you fail, it's okay. Do it many number of times. Why? Because you are the benefactor of it. No, you're not doing it for me. You're not doing it because I asked you to do it. I asked you to do it because you want a change. It's not a free advice I gave it to you without you ask. It's not an unsolicited advice. You came to me for help. This is the solution. If you say solution కూడా మీరు అప్లై చేసి నాకు రిజల్ట్ ఇవ్వండి అంటే, బాగుందయ్యా నేను తింటాను, నువ్వు బలం తెచ్చుకో. బాగుందా? Okay. So thank you so much guys for bringing this wonderful conversation today. This explanation is very good. I mean, the class, the way it went, it's very good. I am loving it. So thank you so much for co-creating this experience. We'll connect tomorrow. We'll be working on the Kriya aspect. Okay? Any questions or doubts? Okay, so because recordings are taking a lot of time, I want you all to attend live only. Put it in the group, your learnings. Again, people start putting in the group. What happened to the learnings past? ఇప్పుడు నేను కొంచెం మేనిఫెస్ట్ చేసుకుంటూ కూర్చోవాలా, మీ అందరు మారాలి, మీ అందరు చేయాలని. ओके, समझे? ओके, थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन.
ఓకే సార్.
हैव अ गुड डे, टेक केयर, आत्मा नमस्ते, स्टे ब्लेस्ड.
ఆత్మ నమస్తే సార్.
आत्मा नमस्ते.
రికార్డ్